Broadcasting live from SETI Alpha 6 in the Andromeda Galaxy, this is Mr. C.
8th graders, happy Monday to you, and you've got everything you need. I see you also need your textbook, so you've got a white sheet, and you've got your lesson planner out, of course. And anyway, you're doing all the automatics. So we are going to spend some time in the textbook in just a little bit. But first, here's what I'd like you to do. On your white sheet, I'd like you to write down two SSRs that you've experienced in, say, the last month. Two things you've experienced that were really cool or little, but they were cool. A couple of cool things, SSRs. So down they go. Write them down on your white sheet, just bullet facts. And tell a neighbor, right or left, tell a neighbor one of those SSRs. One of them that you've experienced. Just one that was really cool. Or pretty cool. Now here's a little SSR for me. Just a little one. At my daughter's house on Sundays, they have a wonderful breakfast. And I get once a week to eat one of my favorite menu items for breakfast. Don't laugh at me. Don't roll your eyes. It's not that weird. I love egg sandwiches. I mean, like hard over eggs with a little bit of mustard and some bacon on there. Oh, wow, that is a treat. So, small SSR for me. That's coming to mind, but it was delicious. And I'm very thankful for it. Very thankful for it. And I've had a number of things I've been praying about that God has answered, and in a positive way. So I'm very thankful for those answers to prayers. So anyway, those are a few of my SSRs. What is your point, Mr. C? Well, what are we looking at? We're looking at today, I've got to get this right. So we are looking at the 26th of October. So October's almost done. So we're almost done with October. Then it's just November. And then it's just like 2 weeks in December, and then study for finals, semester exams, and semester 1 is out the door. So here's my point. In another 5 weeks, you'll be doing some more SSRs. So store them up, think about them, and you might even be jotting them down. Just SSRs that you've experienced that you want to include in the next round of 10 SSRs. The major reason I do it, I want you to just pay attention to the big and little things that God gives you every day. And they're from His hand, and they're gifts to you, and He wants you to enjoy them. He wants to bless you with them. So, hope you're paying attention to them. Hope so. Okay? Now, I'm really excited because we are just basically a few lessons away, and then we get to move on. Look at the top where it says cells and heredity. We get to move on to heredity, which is one of my favorite areas of science. Heredity. Genetics, genetics. Your genes that are on your 46 chromosomes that determine everything about you. Everything about you. And one of the amazing things is this. I might just point out, just on the book, this flower right here. It says right on here, did you know that chemicals inside the dahlias cells, this kind of flower, control its petal color. So the chemicals are its chromosomes, its DNA on the chromosomes that make this flower the color that it is, or colors that it is. And your DNA determines everything about you physically. So pretty cool, really cool. So we are down now to lesson 3, really our last lesson under the cells section of our book. So we're going to wind it up. We're going to finish cells, and then we get to start genetics. And it's going to be fun, and it's going to be cool. But right now, our focus is going to be on this week and cell division. Now, there's a name for cell division, and it rhymes. Cell division is fission. And you are going to write that tomorrow on your lesson summary. Cell division is fission. So I'll do a hand motion for you. Cell division is fission. Cell division, we're talking fission. So not like going fission. Oh, that's really a bad one, Mr. C. Sorry about that. Sorry. I couldn't resist. It just popped in my head. So anyway, it's a short week. Wednesday's a half day. So we've got to hustle. Are we having a test on Friday? We are. So it'll be test number 2 of the second quarter. So what's it going to be on? Mainly on fission, and I'm going to have you write Psalm 139, 13, and 14, because that's what it's about. Listen to it. For you formed my inward parts. You knitted me together, or weaved me, either one's fine. You knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you. Why? Because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, and my soul knows it very well. So you're going to write Psalm 139, 13, and 14 again. Right now, I'd like you to, and I really want you to do this, and Mr. Gilbert's going to oversee this just for a minute. I want you to say Psalm 139 to a neighbor, and then they say it back to you. If you're on the end, no neighbor, you can either wait for a neighbor to become available or just say it yourself. Okay, I'm going to ask you to put your thumb up in a minute if you mostly were able to say it correctly. Okay, so you're saying Psalm 139, 13, and 14 to a neighbor. For you formed, go for it. And then you listen. So you're a speaker and then a listener. Keep doing it. You're saying it. Do your best. Another 10 seconds. Hurry. For you formed my inward parts. You knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully, that means wonderfully, and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works. In this case, your works is me. Wonderful are your works, said David, and my soul knows it very well. So be ready to write that on Friday. That'll be a couple of points right there. So how many points? I don't know, 30 to 35 probably. So will fission be included in there? Fission is cell division, of course. Of course it will be. Now, I'd like you to open up your textbook to page 56. 56. Quick. 56. And I love the way they do these pages. So on 56, look where it says My Planet Diary. Now, if I were in the classroom, I'd have somebody read this, but I get to be the reader. So I'm going to do the reading. So here's what it says. Follow along where it says cycling on. So you got it? 56, My Planet Diary. Here we go. How long do you think it takes a cell to grow and reproduce? Well, that goes through or completes one cell cycle. It's called a cell cycle. The answer depends on the type of cell and the organism, what kind of living thing we're talking about. Some cells, such as the frog cell shown here, divide, unbelievable, every 30 minutes. So they divide and make a brand new frog cell in 30 minutes. Others take as long as a year. Look at that chart where it says comparing cell cycles. What is it that takes a year to go through one cell cycle? To go from one cell to two cells. What is it? It's a human liver cell. See that? Over 1 year. Wow. Look at the fruit fly wing cells. How long? To go from one cell to two cells. A cell cycle. 9 to 10 hours. How about yeast cells? 90 minutes. Not very long. Okay. Now, do you see now on 56 where it says, what are the functions of cell division? Have a look. So it says, how do tiny frog cells become big frogs? So you go from one frog cell to a complete frog. How does that happen? Cell division allows organisms to grow larger. So one cell splits into two, two into four, four into eight, 8 into 16, they double, until a single cell becomes a multi-cellular organism, like a frog. How does a broken cell heal? Cell division. Cell division produces new healthy bone cells, like if you had a broken bone. So cell division produces new healthy bone cells that replace the damaged cells. Now, how many of you have had a broken bone? Thumb up, flat on the table. Ooh, sorry to hear that. I don't think I've ever broken a bone. I don't think so. You know, I'm not keen to do that, really, to break a bone anytime soon. But, Mr. C, I thought the doctor healed me up, and it was what the doctor did to cause my bone to heal up. All your doctor did was align the bones and then put them in a cast so they wouldn't move. God had designed your bones to heal and grow new healthy bone cells, bone tissue. It's a God thing. God designed that one cell to become a complete frog or whatever else. So, and then similarly, cell division can replace aging cells. Your cells all over your body are aging, wearing out, and dying. But before they die, what do? Cell division. They make a new cell and this one dies. Okay? So, I'd like you to look at the top of page 57 now, 57. Have a look at it. Feel free to highlight a few things. Growth and repair are two functions, jobs, of cell division. A third function is reproduction. Some organisms reproduce simply through cell division. Many single-celled organisms, like an amoeba that you've looked at under a microscope, some of you, reproduce this way. All the amoeba does, not all, but God has designed it so it knows when to do this and it does it. So it just begins to divide. It replicates the chromosomes, the DNA, and an equal number of chromosomes pair up and go inside each cell, and then it pinches off and divides, and you've got two amoeba instead of one. An amoeba, just a one-celled organism. So anyway, here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to highlight on 56 and 57 the three functions or jobs of cell division. what do they do? It's GRR. Grrr. GRR. G for grow. From one cell to either one more, in the case of an amoeba, or in the case of a frog, multi-cells, many cellular organism. One cell, too many. Double, 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 double over a period of time. That's what happened to you. You started out as one cell that combined with another cell, two cells that formed one cell. Sperm egg cell formed a zygote, or your very first cell, and then they doubled over a 9-month period to form you in your mother's womb. There you go. Psalm 139, 13, and 14. Now, David didn't know about all of that. He didn't know about all those steps, but scientists have discovered what God did, how he causes a human baby to form, starting from a combination of sperm egg cell, and then that one cell with 46 chromosomes begins to divide and divide and divide and divide and divide and grow and grow and grow and double and double and double and double and double in your mother's womb. And 9 months later, pop! Out you pop! And you keep on growing, double, 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 into, oh, wait a minute, you're not an adult yet, so it's still happening. Right now, as you sit in your seats, double, 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 you are growing. So GRR, the 3 functions of cell division or fission. 3 jobs: grow, reproduce, and repair. Now, I've got an owie right there on my arm. You see the Band-Aid. What happened? I'm not telling. It was, an accident. So, where I got cut. Okay, so what's happening now with that cut? What's happening? Repair. The cells are doubling and doubling and doubling and closing the minor wound, and it's going to heal up totally. In 2 more weeks, I won't even know it's there. There might be a teeny tiny scar. I might not even be able to see it. That's the only evidence that there was a wound there or an injury. So you perhaps have some owies. Same thing's happening there. Repair. So right now your body knows there. By the way, how does it know? How does your body know there's been damage there? Isn't that amazing? That is so amazing. And how does it know to divide and divide and divide and divide and divide and divide and produce new cells that close up the wound and heal the wound? How does it know? We don't know how exactly it knows. And there's a psalm for that. So, and eventually you're going to memorize this psalm, perhaps next week. O Lord, how many are your works? In wisdom you have made them all these works. The earth is full of your possessions. It talks about everything God created, including your self-healing body. Just stunning the way God has designed your body. If someone goes, well, I don't really think there's a God. Oh, come on. Just think about how your body knows it's got an injury and heals itself. You got to say that was design. You got to say there's a God who did that. You've got to. It just makes no sense otherwise. Well, it just accidentally developed. Oh, yeah, that level of complexity. Sure, yeah, just accidentally developed. Right. Yeah, there is no way that happened. So, say to yourself, what are the 3 functions of cell division? GRR, G for grow, R for repair, and R for reproduce. Reproduce, to make another one. Now, where you've got those little white circles on page 57, I would like you to do a match, and I'd like you to put a number beside each one. If you see what's going on there, you have to identify and label each photo. Is it grow, repair, or reproduce? So put an A, B, or C. A for growth, B for repair, C for reproduction. Now, don't forget the one on the elbow there where there's that cut on the elbow, that owie on the elbow. So those are the three. So put A, B, or C beside them. A for growth, B for repair, or C for reproduction. All right, how about the plant on the left? What is it? That's grow. So there's an A right there. How about the elbow? That's a B for repair. And then how about up above the cheetahs? That's C, reproduce up there. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you about your homework. Here's your homework. Then Mr. Gilbert's got something he wants to share with you. What is it? I'm not telling. Keeping it a secret. Here's your homework. Okay? From those pages, 56, 57, and the following pages, they have all of the complexity of cell division. It is so complex. Mr. C, are you going to make us memorize those three different stages? No. Are they going to be on the test? No. But you've got to deal with them on this worksheet. This worksheet is 63D. And you need to put down page numbers, answer the questions from 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61. So please put the page number beside and answer these. Okay? So do your best. I will allow you to scan. It's okay. So you can scan on these answers. So that'll speed things up a little bit, right? So scan, please, on these answers. And then on the back of 63D, I'd like you to turn in your book really quick. Please turn in your book to page 69. Look at this mystery. How amazing is this? Look at this. Here's what it says. Hearts don't get cancer, usually. See that? Hearts don't get cancer. And then it says up above, why? Why hearts don't get cancer. On the back of this worksheet, I want 8 bullet facts. 8. Just 8. Not 10, not 9. 8. 8 key bullet facts from this article on why hearts don't get cancer. That's kind of a mystery. I know it's answered in this really awesome article. So it's answered. So just to reiterate, do 63D, scan those pages 57 through 62-ish. Page numbers. On the back where it's blank, 8 bullet facts on why hearts don't get cancer from page 69. Okay? One more time, tell your neighbor what are the 3 reasons that cells divide. 3 reasons. And then Mr. Gilbert's going to show you a 1-minute video on cell division, and then he's going to take it away on what he wants to share. 3 reasons. Tell your neighbor, why do cells divide or undergo fission? What's the reason? GRR. So you should have told your neighbor, and your neighbor should have told you back. Quick, quick. Grow, repair or heal, and reproduce. Okay, watch this really awesome 1-minute video. Now, the vocabulary they're going to use is medical school vocabulary. You're not going to exactly understand it. It's part of my point how complicated, how complex this process is of cell division, and it brings so much glory to God. So watch it, and then Mr. Gilbert is on.